Welcome back. Well, I heard the show couldn't go on without me. And if you're new here, I'm Luna, and this is In the Library of Graphic Literature with your host, Wallace Ryan.
Yay! Welcome back, yay! Everyone's been wondering where you were. I told them that you were on the continent.
On the prowl.
On the prowl. You were traveling the world. Showing them how it's done, right?
Where in the world is Luna going this time?
And plus, I've been up to my eyes recently because I did mean to throw in a few miniature shows in between it all.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I've just been up to my eyes with work and the stuff. Oh.
I think they'll break.
Yes. Now this week, for a change, I have a bunch of loose comics and a couple of hardcovers. We look at the comics first and the hardcovers. I guess hardcovers first, then the comics. Because I've had them the longest, actually, now that I think about it. And this first one, it's the Atlas Creator Collection. This is like oversized editions of certain artists, and this one is Bill Everett, or as they used to call him, Wild Bill Everett. This guy co-created Namor. You remember in, what's that terrible Wakanda movie?
Wakanda Forever?
Yeah. You remember the villain in that, the Submariner from that, the guy that they were fighting in that, from the ocean. This guy, Bill Everett, created the Submariner for Marvel Comics. And he did all kinds of stuff. He's a wild character. I'd heard a story that he'd inherited a bunch of money and spent it all on a party in one weekend. But he was a wild character. This is back in the heavy drinking, heavy partying days of comics back in the 30s and 40s, right? Mm-hmm. But he came around, and it was funny because his first big hit was Submariner, and the last comic he'd come back to Marvel, and he was working for Marvel late 60s, early 70s, and his last strip was actually, he was back on the Submariner, the character he created. And that's where he died. He has a very interesting style. It's a little bit campy, it's a little bit intense at the same time. But one thing I liked about this guy was he was a great inker. He really did great inking on people like
that was nice though.
Like Kirby, yeah. There's a certain, and for back then he was actually a pretty good artist because back then some of the artists, they weren't that good. But Everett, he still has, there's almost a campy value to his style even back then. Like any one of these would make a great T-shirt, for instance, right? Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Do you have any?
Of these?
Yes.
No, unfortunately, I don't.
T-shirts?
they really should. I mean, look at this suspense. These really, and so Fantagraphics, think about that. And it's funny because these are all stories and art from stories he created for Marvel Comics back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and it's I mean, it's too bad because some of those, like I say, especially his covers are especially cool, I think. Oh, I meant to, like their Weird Worlds, that one I like. So yeah, so this one's well worth not only that, but the essay in it at the start of them. I usually, and I hate to say, because I'm too busy, I don't read the essays that lead up to it, and. But Marvel Comics, well, there he is. Looks like a friend of mine, Fox Lidstone, funny enough. But he was a wild character. He was a wild man. And from a wild time in comics. And it was funny because I'd heard stories that he was the only one that, for some reason, Stan Lee said, if Bill ever shows up and, he's straight and narrow and all that, give him some work. So he came back in the 60s and he started out, he was co-creator actually on Daredevil, but he only did one issue. And then he was gone again for a while. And then in the late 60s he came back, but as an inker. And he was actually pretty damn good as an inker, I thought, right? But yes, and I love the size of these books too, right? They're really nice and big.
Oh, yes.
I always like big comics anyway, so this once again falls right in that. Throw it on that pile there. Now this one, You would probably like this. You know, the more and more I read Mike Mignola and knowing of your love of, you know, say gaming and other things, I think Mignola's stuff would be great for you. This is, and I love his covers. Like he has he does great blacks, right? Like I mean, most of the artwork is just is just is just black and a bit of drawing in between it all.
In the story of the search for gods in a world that feels abandoned by them, the
What's that? The titular
hero travels a pilgrim road in his quest for answers. Along the way, he encounters dragons, giants, devils, and a tomb of unspeakable horror, and learns not just the truth about the universe, but the gravity of his own role in it.
And it's not a bad story. I'm almost finished it, but I mean, he like I say, even when you look at his style there, you can see why. For instance, I seen someone try to ink his work, and they did it with crosshatch where all the black was. So of course it looked awful. Think about it, right? Even when you look at this, think about this with just X lines. That just wouldn't work like the heavy blacks. He's the master of the heavy blacks. Very mysterious looking, right? But yeah, he was. I don't know. He just Mignola just has a style to him that I love, right? So yeah, this one is. I guess I might as well show it to the people. Show the people what they're getting. And for the longest time, he's been working with artists, doing. I love that one. Doing the artwork and while he's writing, but these. Recently, he's been doing some drawing again. So, and he's still got it. Oh, look, the tortoise with the world on top of it.
Oh, legendary.
Yeah. So very, very cool. I'd highly recommend it. Now, I did get another new book, but I'm leaving that for next week. But I had a few comics that I bought in between, which pretty rare for me to be buying comics. One, of course, is this one. Mad about DC. Blah.
Closer.
Getting close. Great cover by Dan Panosian, who does some great artwork. But he does actually. But a lot of stuff in this there it's like Mad Magazine takes on DC Comics. So there's a lot of DC, a lot of great DC parodies and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it really is like that. It's like like a Daily Planet. So it really is. It's a. Is this Sergio Aragonés, for instance?
Okay, yes.
Recognize him. He's been with Mad since the '60s anyway, as far as I can remember. But I mean, other joke things and stuff like that. Some funny stories.
Wallace?
Yeah.
What does titular mean?
It's like this featured, is it? I'd have to look up the exact one. That's one of those words I have trouble with, like the special. Oh God, I'll have to look it up after. Anyway, this is this one here, Mad about DC, pretty good. Oh, and here's two other good ones. Lately, and as a matter of fact, nominated for a lot of the Eisner Awards were the Absolute Batman and Absolute Wonder Woman series. To me, the Absolute Wonder Woman, I voted for that one actually. And they came out with another one in this Absolute line. This is like a multiverse title of line of all their characters. They're all different somehow. And this is Absolute Green Arrow. No. And it's kind of interesting. It's done by. Who's it? Where's the title page? Pornsak Pichetso? I know it's obviously an Indian name. And Raphael Albuquerque, who was best known for American Vampire, right between us there. Anyway, it's a story. This vigilante comes back and has killed someone, and they're not sure who it is or whatever, and you're not sure whether it's Oliver Queen, who was Green Arrow in the rest of the DC universe, or because they say in it that Oliver Queen is dead, and it's just like, yeah, we've heard that before. But this Green Arrow, which he's supposed to be, appears and is killing people and stuff like that. So it's like, this is this type of Green Arrow. I'm all turned around on the subject. But cool artwork, and I think out of this to me rates right up there with and there's supposedly the dead Oliver Queen. I don't know, it's not bad. Some of the other ones, not that great, but Batman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, which was nominated for a few things, and now I think we can throw the absolute Green Arrow into the pile.
Now what's this Lamb of God?
Now this, last but not least, ding 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 ding. This is actually quite an interesting thing. This was a comic that was supposed to come out a long time ago, and because of the controversy over it, because the original cover actually had Swamp Thing in the shape of a crucifix. So this was back in '89, I guess. That's why they're calling it. June 26th. Now, the coolest thing. So DC nixed it anyway.
Show the cover.
Here's the cover. Rick Veitch did this one, I think. Yeah. Who's actually the writer on the series. He writes the series, and even though he's a great artist, he's gotten other people to do the inside art. And this was after Alan Moore Alan Moore had a great run on Swamp Thing, and to follow up a run like that, I mean, it's pretty intimidating. But Veitch himself did a great job in terms of he took it and ran with it in a similar way, but still very much his own.
Oh, gorgeous! And
it's beautifully drawn. This one is Mike Mignola, who's actually passed away since, and Vince Locke, illustrators. So it's been, because they only did, apparently, I think it was the first issue, and then the last 3 issues were done by a different guy. There we go. That's what the cover was supposed to be like.
Oh, I see.
Back in '89, as proposed. I'll show people that.
Show the people.
Show the people. Oh, and look on the back cover. Now this is the other thing too, is they put in ads and stuff that were in the magazines from back then. Like this is an ad for the stuff back then. Same with that. All the ads are from back in 1989, which is kind of cool. At first, when I picked it up, I was like, hold on, this is exactly what it was like back then. And then I realized when I turned around seeing this, because this was all over the place in 1989. Of course, DC had it on the back of all their covers. So it was, which I still like that one. Anyway, so this is...
it's supposed to come out 40 years ago, is what you're saying?
Yeah, a long time ago, funny enough. And this it goes back to the time of Christ, and there's...
well, it's not that old.
Yeah, and there's a demon. The demon is involved with it. Actually, funny enough, look, the demon from my T-shirt here. No. He's involved in it and all that, and it's just a story where the Swamp Thing appears around the same time, or he meets Christ, I think it is.
Oh.
Towards the end there.
You're not supposed to give it away.
But anyway, but it has a lot about the crucifixion of Jesus. That they mix that story in with it. Look at that! I like this one too. But it's I won't give away too much because it's still in the most recent issue. There's 4 issues to the series. The most recent issue came out, which I was going to save actually to do a separate episode on, so I can talk about Rick's other stuff. But yeah, it's sorry. It's definitely worth picking up. And here's those classic ads. And I like the fact that they put the jazz ads. So I picked up the latest one anyway. He does some great. Over the years he's done some really great comic series, but he did one called Brat Pack, which come out the same year as The Watchmen and Dark Knight Returns, which everyone always talks about and all that. But the Brat Pack, it's kind of like superheroes, but it's like these superheroes and their unhealthy relationships with their sidekicks and that. It's a very, very, very sick and demented comic, and I love it. It's absolutely fabulous. It's like the Watchmen on steroids. So anyone who likes the Watchmen, you have to read it, Brad Back, which I'll show in that show anyway when I come back to talk about his the latest issue. And I'm actually going to do a special on Hate because one of the latest Hate comics, Butch, came out, and it was kind of hard just to review that by itself because there's a bit of history. So I said, this way I can tell the history of the Hate comic itself. So we'll do a special one on that, and we might even have a new comic this week. Who knows? No, actually, there's a new book too. I got a new book coming out next week too. So I think we're ready for it. And God knows everyone's been looking forward to your return. Yeah, you have a lot of fans out there, which is good to see. See, folks, I told you she was gonna show up again. They were probably saying, "Oh, she probably ran away because he's such a bastard."
He hasn't scared me yet.
No.
I think I scare him.
I think the cats scare both of us. That being said, I guess we'll see him next week.
I guess so.
Thanks for having us over, and
drink some water.
Yes, drink some water. Okay, bye.
Hey Siri, what does the titular mean?